We are here at Jet Performance Products so we can get this Holley Brawler 950 dialed in. Off the shelf, not a bad car, but for this motor, we want it to be running extra crispy. We want it perfect for Anthony, so it gives him all the smiles per miles because he's definitely not getting fuel economy, so we might as well make it as fun as possible and make it as sketchy as possible because we don't want this boy having traction anywhere. Let's see what we got to do on this thing. Here's what we're experiencing right now. Driving normally drives pretty good. Let's say if you're on it and then you go down to idle, hangs up a little bit in the RPMs and then slowly settles down. Might be a little lean down there. Also, if you get fully on it right before a shift, a little backfire. My man here stated, this carburetor, a little small for this motor. He suggests something like 1,000 CFM.
Yeah.
Also, if you're like really gonna be getting into it, probably like a 250 LPH electric pump. I'd have to check to see exactly what pump that we got. We just went off the Holley website to kind of size it, so hopefully we're not just running out of pump. So how long have you been here at Jet?
27 years.
Get the f out of here, really?
Yeah.
Damn. What are we taking off right now?
We're removing the float bowl to get to the metering block so we can see what's going on inside of this guy. The metering block kind of controls your whole fuel circuits, the brain, idle, main circuit. Float level's a little high. You usually want to be about right there.
Basically just want it in the middle of the...
Yeah, right around the middle. Yep, it's your primary metering block. On this Brawler style of Holley, they are adjustable, where the ones back in the day were fixed. So it just gives you a little bit more of a tuning option.
You're tuning the emulsion jets. What do those do?
Those supply air to the main well. It lets the fuel move through the main well. Boosters, guys. These are adjustable. Like I said, normally on normal Holleys, they're fixed. It does have an emulsion circuit, but they are fixed. But this one's fully adjustable. So we have a 78 main jet on the primary, pretty standard on an 850, and got an 86 on the secondary side. So that right there seems a little lean, especially for a 540. This is your idle bleed. It's actually smaller than 36, so we're gonna probably wanna make that bigger, and this will help the idling issues. The primary blades are cracked quite a bit, having to do with the cubic inch of the motor and the size of the camshaft. So another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some holes in these blades. Why don't we tip it in? I can see that you guys didn't even touch that. What we're gonna do is I give you an adjustable rear idle speed screw. So we're gonna open up the secondaries. Normally you wanna put holes in the blades to allow more air at idle, bring the throttle blade more down in the transfer slot. We're gonna get the blades down in the slot so the off idle transition will be better. I'll just open it now, but we'll fine tune it when we get it back on. Normally the older style Holleys, they didn't have this adjustable rear idle speed screw, but the newer ones, they're putting it on. The tuner doesn't have to remove the base plate and put holes in the throttle blades, you know what I mean? We're gonna take the base plate off. We can increase the airflow of this a little bit. Let me check and make sure I have the boosters for this.
Sick.
So you see that little bit of casting flash in there? Yep. It's not as bad as it used to be. So I'm gonna remove that, open it up a little bit so we'll get a little bit more CFM through this thing. And then I'm gonna open up the discharge on these boosters so we'll get some more fuel that way. This is called enlarging the venturi.
So I noticed most of the work here, we're focusing on the top.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
That remain molds with casting. So there's a full piece in here that they knock out. So that keeps a flash in here. We're removing that flash to increase some CFM. And when the air enters the venturi, it's not turbulent because of the flash. Not really changing the shape, just like cleaning up a cylinder head. Not really like hogging it out, but just cleaning it up.
That work, baby.
Yeah, don't try that at home.
My man. Good.
Along with opening the venturis, we're gonna put some new boosters in it. It's called a booster because it boosts the airspeed through the venturi, but it also discharges the fuel into the venturi. So I'm gonna check to see what they are factory from Holley. These look like they're about 165, 70. On an 850, normally you want about 180, especially on that 540 over there. It's gonna make a difference. I'm gonna go to about 177. So we'll be putting some small holes in the primary throttle blades so we don't have to crack them as far at idle, so we can get the throttle blades down in the transfer slot for a smoother transition off idle. Put the boosters in, that'll be ready, and then we'll go back to the metering block, open up those idle circuits. I'll get this back on, then we'll check those blocks, put it back together. since were having some lean idle issues, we're gonna open up the idle circuit a few thousandths. Not only are we gonna rejet it, but we're gonna open up the channel restriction orifice, allow some more fuel once the power valve opens. I'm gonna open up the rear just in case, even though it does have a plug, just in case anybody ever decides to put a power valve back there. I'm gonna jet it up a little bit. Flow level was super low, so I'm gonna raise it. Just checking the high speed, air bleed, look good, 32. I think we'll feel a difference when we drive it, for sure. We were just adjusting the rear primary and secondary pump arms to about 0 lash. There was about a little play in there. You want no play. All right, ready to put it on?
Hell yeah, let's go.
All right, go ahead.
Gonna take a little test drive, see how she does. Oh yeah.
Started up better, right?
Oh, started up better. There's also no hesitation down low, which is really nice. Through the mid-range, it's picked up.
Yeah, I felt the difference. It's not even my car.
It feels like it picked up a lot more torque.
Yeah, I felt the difference from the first spin we took.
Nicely done, brother. Oh, it's way crispier now. Dude, I appreciate it. This is wildly different.
Some little tweaks.
Hell yeah. That's wild how much more responsive it is, and especially how much torque it picked up in the mid-range.
Right.
I mean, it is so much crispier. Idle's dead smooth, falls back to idle perfectly. It doesn't pop at high RPM.
Getting more air and fuel to it made a big difference. We probably picked up about 80 CFM. So we're knocking on that back door for sure. Fuel was pretty lean also, so just giving it more fuel made a difference too. Not only just airflow increasement, but the fuel too.
I mean, honestly, seat of the pants, the thing feels like it picked up 50 foot-pounds of torque. It's crazy. And it's so much snappier. There's no rough spots in it. It's super crisp. As soon as you're on the gas, the tires are basically worthless. And these are stickies. But, you know, there's not a whole lot of weight in this thing, is what it is. But, hey, I appreciate you taking some time to walk us through and answer all our dumb questions here.
No dumb questions.
Hell yeah. Jet Performance, baby. Obviously, they don't just do carburetors. They do throttle bodies. What the hell else do you guys do?
Chips and modules, computer upgrades.
There you go. Huntington Beach finest. Let's go.